going to lead us in an invitation.
Father, we just thank you for today. We thank you for the blessings that you give us and that you bestow on this community. Father, we just thank you for the opportunity to be here and to serve such an awesome place. We do ask you tonight to be with council as they make the decisions that affect the community. And we ask that you would protect the men and women that are serving our military around the world and in this country. And we just thank you for them, and we pray for continued safety for them. Father, we recognize what a privilege it is to be able to serve, and we would ask you to remind us that it's important that we have a servant's heart, and that's what real public service is. So it would be in Jesus' name that we would pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. And we'll call the meeting to order. If you will all join me, we'll have a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. It is at this time in our meeting that we are always glad to welcome visitors and receive public comment. Since we have none of those, then we will not have any of that. So we'll move on to the next thing on our agenda. Would like to approve the minutes of the March 13th meeting of this year. Trust you all reviewed those, and I'll make a motion we approve those. Second. And we have a second. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The motion carries. Next thing we would like to do is to consider resolution number R727-0417, which is a certificate of resolutions cash management services with AimBank. Leanne, I'll let you talk to us about that.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. As you all know, the city's depository agreement with Muleshoe State Bank has now been transferred to AimBank. This resolution authorizes us to process the ACH transactions that we use for payroll and also for our utility drafts. It also names Zana as city secretary and myself as city manager as the representatives to handle the city's affairs with AimBank. This is something that they brought to us that needed to be put in place so that we could continue our business with them through that depository agreement.
Any questions?
Make a motion we pass resolution R727-0417.
Okay, we have a motion and
I'll second.
a second to approve that resolution. Is there any other discussion or questions? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing we would like to do is to receive the financial statement and investment summary for the quarter ending March 31st, 2017. I trust that you've all reviewed that item by item, and I'll make a motion we approve that financial statement and investment summary.
I'll second.
And we have a second. Is there any other questions or discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing we would like to do is to have the administrative report. I'll turn that over to you, Leanne.
Thank you. Just to let council know that work continues over our training facility. We're about 30 days out from the projected completion date of that. Paint's gone up, cabinets are in. I was over there today, they're working on the ceiling, getting the grid in. They're starting to put some ceiling tiles in, so that's moving right along. It's looking really nice. The west elevated storage tanks, we're working on those. Perhaps you've noticed the shroud going up and down as they're doing work on that over there. I heard some folks say that they heard sandblasters. They're starting to take that paint down and getting ready. They're moving forward on that project. Also, design work is taking place right now. Ramon's working with engineers on that, on the new lift station. So we'll be going out for bids for that in the near future, foreseeable future anyway. And then tonight is a storm watchers meeting, training. It's going to take place down at the fire department. That starts at 6:30 tonight. So anyone that's interested in that and receiving that information is welcome to attend that down at the fire station. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Those are really good training sessions too. I've been to a couple of those. If anyone has time, it'd be
Interesting.
a good thing. All right, thank you. One thing I forgot to do is to tell everybody thank you for being here. Gil, we're glad you're here. And Audie, it's nice to see you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you being here and keeping us out of trouble. And I know you had court earlier today, and so you've been here a while, and we thank you for that.
You bet.
Glad the council's here. Anybody have any remarks?
Done with that?
No? Okay. One thing I'd like to do is to remind everybody about the National Day of Prayer. It'll be on Thursday, May the 4th at the Coliseum. It'll start about 11:30. We'll have a luncheon. We are changing up the program this year a little bit, and we have a speaker that will be there, and it's Mr. Robert Pratt from Pratt on Texas. He is a radio personality from KFYO in Lubbock, and we look forward to having him here. So we'd like everybody to make plans to be there. We have a new pastor in town.
Yes, Center Point Church.
At the Center Point Church. His name is Jamie Johnson. And I'd like to welcome him. I don't know that they'll live here, but it's nice for him to come visit on Sundays. And glad they got through with their construction, and we wish them well.
We might announce while you're talking about Center Point Church, they're hosting an Easter egg hunt over at the East City Park next Saturday. It's kind of an all-day thing, lots of activities for families and kids, so be a good thing for that
We'll just
for
take
Easter
our basket
weekend.
and go over and visit.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's neat. So anybody else have anything?
No, sir.
If not, then I guess we are adjourned.